Well, friends, my daily Bible reading video is just about over and the camera shut itself off. I don't know why. I didn't feel like doing it the first time, much less going back and doing it again, but I reckon I got to do it again now. I didn't feel good today. Yesterday, and just about every day I work outside all day long. And I did yesterday. I got a lot done yesterday. I had some more stuff I really need to get done, like right now, and some more stuff I really need to get done before freezing winter gets here and ice and snow. But today I didn't get one thing done. Nothing. And several of y'all I see in comments are asking about my eye, and it's better. This morning it felt good, so I took the eye patch off for maybe a couple of hours, and it started hurting really bad again, so I put it back on. So I guess the eye patch is doing something. I hadn't put any medicine in it today, but have been wearing the eye patch all day except for the 2 hours. Eye patch hadn't come off since eye accident yesterday morning, or whatever morning it was. Yesterday morning or two mornings ago, I can't remember. But I took it off for a short while today and it hurt, so I put it back on. Well, I'm not feeling good today at all. The doctor called, and from whatever they saw on the CT scans of my lungs yesterday, she wanted me to go to the hospital. I am not going to go to the hospital for that. They think I got cancer in my left lung and both kidneys and my liver, and I'm not going to go to the hospital. They want me to go to the one in the big town south of here so an oncologist can do biopsies, and I told them nope, not going to do it, because if they did biopsies and it is cancer, then they'd be pushing me to take chemo, and I don't take chemo, so I didn't go get them diagnosed. Let me give you your daily Bible reading. Chapter 7 of the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And the title of this chapter, or at least this part of the chapter, is marriage. And this is a long chapter. It's 40 verses. So I probably am not going to have lung capacity to give you 2 chapters today. But chapter 8 is short, so maybe I will. I'll see when I get to the end of chapter 7. Chapter 7, 1 Corinthians, marriage. Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Bam, y'all. Boy, I don't know what experience Apostle Paul had, but he nailed that. He hit that nail flat smack dab on the head. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. That's some good advice right there, y'all. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Did y'all catch that? That's some good stuff right there, y'all. Defraud ye not, one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as I myself, but every man hath his proper gift of God, one after this manner, and another after that. And Apostle Paul never got married. He was a smart man. Yep. And I'll never get married again. I'm done. 4 times was enough. I say therefore to the unmarried and the widows, it is good for them, or you did. No, I didn't. It is good for them if they abide even as I, unmarried. But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. Y'all catch that? As unto the married I command, yet not I but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. And the woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. It sounded like a question, but they didn't have a question mark. Oh no, but now are they holy? Yeah, that sounded like a question. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us unto peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? But as God hath distributed to every man, as the Lord saith, as the Lord called every one, so let him walk. And so ordain I in all churches. Is any man called being circumcised? Let him not be uncircumcised. Is any called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but the keeping of the commandments of God. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou that was one of y'all. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Art thou called being a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather. For he that is called in the Lord, being a servant, is the Lord's freeman. Likewise also he that is called, being free, is Christ's servant. I got a cough drop in my mouth. I didn't want to cough in y'all's face because I've been coughing all day, but it's bothering me now, the cough drop. Ye are bought with a price. Be ye not the servants of men. Brethren, let every man, wherein he is called, therein abide in God. Now concerning virgins, I have no commandment of the Lord. I got one. You stay a virgin till you get married. That's not for anybody except your husband. And you got to be married to have a husband. Yet I give my judgment as one that hath obtained mercy of the Lord to be faithful. I suppose thereof that this is good for the present distress. I say that is good for a man so to be. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed. Art thou loosed from a wife? Seek not a wife. I wish I'd have read that 30 years ago or however long it's been. But, and if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that both they that have wives be as though they had none, and they that weep as though they wept not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoiced not, and they that buy as though they possessed not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. But I would have you without carefulness, that is, unmarried, careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married careth for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. There is difference also between a wife and a virgin. The unmarried woman careth for the things of the Lord, that she may be holy both in body and in spirit. But he that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. But if a man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but hath power over his own will, and hath so decreed in his heart, he will keep his virgin, doeth well. So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well, but he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Lord. But she is happier if she so abide after my judgment. And I think also that I have the Spirit of God. That's 15 minutes. I'll go ahead and give you all chapter 8 also. Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing, yet as he ought to know. But if any man love God, the same is known of him. As concerning therefore the eating of those things that are offered in sacrifice unto idols, we know that an idol is nothing in the world, and that there is none other God but one. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, that cough drop's getting little and I'm trying to not swallow it while I talk. As there be gods many and lords many, but unto us there is but one God, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Lord Jesus Christ, by whom are all things, and we by him. Howbeit, there is not in every man that knowledge. For some with conscience of the idol unto this hour eat it as a thing offered unto an idol, and their conscience being weak is defiled. But meat commendeth us not to God, for neither if we eat are we the better, neither if we eat not are we the worse. But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours becometh a stumbling block to them that are weak. For if any man see thee, which hast knowledge, sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish, for whom Christ died? But when ye sin so against the brethren, and wound their weak conscience, ye sin against Christ. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth, lest I make my brother to offend. That's a good man there, y'all. All right, y'all, that's 7 and 8. I feel really bad, so I'm going to get this uploaded, chapter 7 and 8, and I'm going to bed. God bless you, friend.